Hi guys, Lauren Gresham here. I'm out in the woods. Woo! It's springtime, which means it is time to make some great botanical medicine from our new spring herbs. So today I'm going to harvest this sweet little herb here. This is called cleavers. Galium aparine is its Latin name. Real sweet thing, kind of sticks to you, has little stickies. And we're going to pick some of this, sustainably harvesting it, not taking too much from any one patch. I'm going to fill up my basket, and I will see you back in my kitchen where I show you what to do. Hello again. So I know I said my kitchen, but actually we're in the backyard because it's so beautiful out. So with the cleavers that I just picked, I put them into these jars. Now it's really, really difficult if you're like me to want to shove so much in there that it's like really, really jam-packed. These are pretty full, but I still left a lot of surface area because the whole point is you need these solvents to actually make a lot of contact with the plant to extract the compounds. So I resisted the urge to squeeze them down, which meant I wound up actually having some extra. So the compounds that we're getting out of cleavers are water soluble. So with this extra, I'm just going to go ahead and pour some hot water on it and make myself a tea, which the best etiquette for teas, I forgot to get myself a lid, is that you want to keep them covered because they have different compounds that can get evaporated out, some of the medicinal compounds in the plants. So I'll just keep that covered until I'm ready to drink it. So what are we going to do? Well, the first thing that we have to consider is that with the Galium aparines, the cleavers, you want to use a fresh plant material. So we're going to make a fresh plant tincture, or we could also juice it and use the juice. Some of the compounds get destroyed when we dry it. So that's particularly why this is something we want to harvest and prepare in the spring right now. So because it's fresh, there is going to be a lot more water content in our plants. So that's going to change the amount of alcoholic extraction that we want. There's different resource materials like this book in the back. There's these tables. There's tables back here, you have to trust me, that give you an idea of the percentages of alcohol that you want for the particular plant, depending on the compounds that you want extracted. Because certain compounds are going to come out in water because they're more water soluble. Other compounds will come out more in high alcohol concentrations, and they're more fat soluble. As is the case here, we have a really strong alcohol. We've got Everclear, which is 75.5% alcohol by volume. It's 151 proof, so this is really, really strong stuff. It's got some serious warning labels on it. And then we've also got glycerin. So this is literally just vegetable glycerin. This adds a little bit of sweetness, which is nice. So for this, we're kind of doing a folk method. There's ways that you can do mathematical calculations. That's outside the scope of this video, where I can calculate exactly how much herb do I have versus the alcoholic extraction versus the glycerin, and to actually give you a ratio for your dosing. So this will be a little bit less precise dosing because I just shoved some herb in there, and I'm just going to pour some of these solvents on it and then just trust that it's going to be a good medicine. But again, there's ways that you can be more precise if you've got a particular indication for that. So for cleavers, we're looking at about 40-ish percent, 30 to 40% alcohol. We don't want the alcohol to get too high because the compounds are water soluble. So since we've already got about 50% of the water is already in this plant, I'm basically going to just do about 50% of this is going to be the alcohol and about 50% glycerin. Again, without getting into specific mathematics, that's just kind of a rough estimate. So, going about halfway up my jar. Stuff is really potent. Over here in this jar. Okay. And then I'm going to do 50% of my glycerin. The alcohol mostly in this is as a preservative because it's not for the compounds that we want. Because again, those are going to come out because of the glycerin. And this is a lot thicker. Now I'm going to let this sit for a couple weeks. I'm going to shake it every couple days, and then I'm going to strain out the plant material, and then I should have a nice, beautiful green glycerite. That's going to be some good medicine. Now, this is not meant to be medical advice. That's the other thing. I am not a doctor yet. So please realize that there's a lot of specific things that a healthcare provider will know that can help you understand if this is the right medicine for you. But since I'm not a doctor, I will just go ahead and read you a little bit out of this book about what Dr. Cheryl Tilner has to say about cleavers. Again, not medical advice, I'm just going to read to you now. Story time. It is, in this book, according to her, a vulnerary, which is skin healing. It's good for ulcerated surfaces. It's good for swollen glands, particularly of the upper head. Soothing herb for the bladder and kidney problems. It's been shown to reduce stones and fibrocystic tissue, and can be used for the enlargement of the prostate and bedwetting in children and eczema. Sometimes it is also used as a coffee substitute when you get the little seeds. One of the major indications that's listed here is as a lymphagogue, which means that it moves the lymphatic system, which is the wastewater kind of system of the body, helps get that back into circulation so it's not just pooling in the tissue spaces, helps kind of clean up. So, you know, cleavers, it's like spring, something good to move the waste fluids out of the body. According to her, I don't know, I'm not a doctor yet, this is not medical advice, like really, seriously, if you have questions, please do consult a medical trained healthcare provider. This is just some information for your growth and knowledge. Thanks for watching, bye!